Jaya Kunjari Bhari. Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Bhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Bhari. Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Subhadramai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tadodayam Udarena Praya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavattaneshiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langarete Grim Yatkata Tamagam Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purification. Today we will be reciting the canto, second chapter, The Lord in the Heart, sloka number 33. Very interesting sloka. Sukadeva Goswami is explaining the more detail about Ashtanga Yogis, how they are merging with Brahma Jyoti. Nahi ato anyaha shiva panta vishataha samsrita viha vasudeva bhagavati bhakti yoga yato bhagavat. Nahi ato anyaha shiva pantaha vishataha samsrita viha Vasudeva Bhagavate Bhakti Yoga Yata Bhavat. Nahi yato anyaha swaha panta vishataha samstra viha Vasudeva Bhagavate Bhakti Yoga Yata Bhagavat. Word by word meaning. Na, never. He, certainly. Ataha, beyond this. Anyaha, any other, Shiva, auspicious, Pantaha means, Vishataha, wandering, Samskrito, in the material world, Iha, in this life, Vasudeva, unto the Lord Vasudeva, Krishna, Bhagavati, the personality of God, Bhakti Yoga, direct devotional service, Yataha, wherein Bhavat, may result in, may result in. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: for those who are wandering in this material universe, there is no more auspicious means of deliverance than what is aimed at the direct devotional service of the Lord Krishna. But as will be clarified in the next verse, devotional service or direct bhakti yoga is the only absolute and auspicious means of deliverance from the grip of the material existence. There are many indirect methods for the deliverance from the clutches of material existence, but none of them is as easy and auspicious as bhakti yoga. The means of jnana and yoga and other allied disciplines are not independent in delivering a performer. Such activities help one to reach the stage of bhakti yoga after many, many years. In Bhagavad Gita 12.5, it is said that those who are attached to the impersonal future of the Absolute are liable to many troubles in the pursuit of their desired goal, and the empiric philosophers searching after the absolute truth, realizing the importance of Vasudeva realization as all in all after many, many births. Bhagavad Gita 7.19. As far as yoga systems are concerned, it is also said that Bhagavad Gita 6.47 that among us the mystic who pursue the absolute truth, the one who is always engaged in the service of the Lord is greatest of all. And the last instruction in Bhagavad Gita 18.66 advise fully surrender unto the Lord, leaving aside all the engagement and the different process for self-realization and liberation from the material bondage. And the purport of the all Vedic literature is to induce one accept the transcendental loving service of the Lord by all their means. As already explained in the text Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, either direct bhakti yoga or the means which ultimately culminate the bhakti yoga without any tinge of fruitivity activity constituted the highest form of the religion. Everything else is simply a waste of time for the performer. Srila Sridhara Swami and other acharyas like Jiva Goswami agree that bhakti yoga is not only easy, simple, natural and free from trouble, but is its only source of happiness for human being. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chachurumilitam Mena Dasme Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Swapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadam Bhishtam Padam Kiyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shivata Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sagana Raghunatam Nitam Tam Chajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lilita Shri Visakam Cha Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopeshta Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusudhe Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrupasha Kripa Sundevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vachari Gautama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Pangajanabhaya Namo Pangajamaline Namo Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangriye Hare Krishna. Once again welcome all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavad Sevya. It's a quite long break, so what we will do is today let us capture some of the previous sloka what Sukadeva Goswami trying to teach us. So with that background now you can able to understand today's sloka, because today's sloka is very very important. What Acharya is saying is that Sridhar Swami and other Acharyas say that like Jiva Goswami agree that Bhakti Yoga is the only easy, simple, natural, free from trouble, but it is the only source of happiness for the human being. How? So, why Acharya is underlining that Bhakti Yoga is the best? So, for that, let us go back to a little background of the previous slokas so that we can understand in a much better way. So, the sloka number 31, what Sukadeva Goswami says, O king, he merges his Swarupa along with the Pradhan into the blissful, unchanging form of Mahavishnu. So here it's very important. See, in the sloka number 30, 29, 30 and all, we were understood that the Ashtanga Yogi, he not only he has given the gross body, the settled body he's given up, and slowly he can, he started giving up the three modes also, Rajaguna, Sattva and Tamaguna. That also he is merging with the Pradhan. So that he is totally free. He doesn't have a settled body, he doesn't have the gross body. Finally, he doesn't have any modes also. Pure form, he is entering, merging into the Brahman. So this we have to understand. It is not like, okay, recently I met when we are traveling to Vrindavan, there's a Ashtanga Yoga practitioner, some yogic class tutor. I met him, he is practicing for 15 years. So he was glorifying about how the Ashtanga Yoga is doing and how he is training. He is going on coaching the student, meditation about that, moving the pranavayu up and down with the chakras. So he was glorifying that, and they will liberate through the Brahma, that cerebral point. So, but I asked him, what did you achieve in that? What is your goal? He doesn't have goal. He said, just for pleasure I am doing this. So this is not a right method. Even if you practice something, Ashtanga Yoga, do it properly, because your goal should be merging with the Brahman. So it is not that, okay, physical some exercise is reaching to the Brahman. He is aware of it, but he doesn't have goal to reach to the Brahman. So that's what we have to understand. So in this sloka, what Sukadeva Goswami says about what these Ashtanga yogis are doing it. The Pradhan and conditioned living, this everything comes from the body of Mahavishnu. So all these things, whatever Mahavishnu was sleeping in costless ocean, from there everything comes out. During time of creation, what this yogi does it, he give up everything and merging. He deposit it back to the body of Mahavishnu from where it came. See, such a big exercise. It's not as simple what you can think. Like for you to easy to explain is, you borrow some loan from some money lender. After that, some years you earn the money, then you give it back to him. Similarly, these yogis also know whatever they got conditioned living, he is again giving back to the Vishnu, Mahavishnu. So with that termination, he remains blissful. After giving up, it is like when you repay your loan, whether you take it in bank or money lender, after that you will be so blissful because you don't have any debt to repay. Similarly, these yogis also know this, they feel that when they merge their body with Vishnu, so they also feel that so blissful. He doesn't have the gross and settled body to identify with. Therefore, he remains blissful. So there is no identity. How we are having identity? Because we have a body, we have a settled body also. Because of that, when you call that Krishna, Rama, then the person raises his hand or he turns and look at you. Because he identified by the name of thing. So because he has a gross body, he has a settled body. Once you give up all this body, then what happens? You don't have things. So you will have naturally the blissfulness. He who attains this goal does not return in this material world. This is a very important point we have to understand from the sloka number 31. What Vedas are saying it, when she merges with Brahman, he is not going to come back to this material. But here the catch is that, see the purpose, what he says that one who attains the Brahma Jyoti, he cannot remain there, he has to come back to this material world. So it's a contradictory message. What Prabhupada says to the what Veda says. How do we understand? Prabhupada is so compassionate. That's why he is telling that. Sri Prabhupada says, you go to the Brahma Jyoti, you will fall back again. It is a temporary place. You have to come back to the material world. Why Prabhupada says, it's like as a parent, no, when they want to control the children, not to play in the road, what they say that there's a ghost or some mendicant will come, he will catch and go you. But actually, is the mendicant or the ghost is there on the road? No. But he creates a fear so that the child will not go and play in the road and met with the accident. So Prabhupada is so compassionate that he said that not to go there because it's not the truth. But he said that you will not feel the bliss and further proceed into the higher planetary system. Along with the Pradhan, in his Swarupa, he attained the Supreme Brahman. So he entered there in the Adipura Purusha, the full of bliss, who is beyond the layer of Prakriti. So this we have to understand. This is the abode of Karunika Vishnu. So where he is merging, the Brahman is not the... this is a very important for the devotee to understand. The Brahman here he refers as the Karunika Vishnu. Finally he becomes bliss. This is the abode of Karunika Vishnu. This means that he merges into the Lord, he doesn't return to the material world. So he who creates this whole universe. Since he practiced the Ashtanga Yoga, he refers to Brahman only. He is not talking about Vishnu. That is abode of Karunika Vishnu, not the Vaikunta. See, this is the point the devotees should understand. Brahman means it is not Vaikunta, because merging, there is a 3 stages of Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Here we are referring to the Brahman. This Brahman is talking about Karunika Vishnu, it's not the Vaikunta. Because Vaikunta planet is different, where Narayanas reside there, not the Vishnu. So 400 Narayanas there, that is Vaikunta. He practiced all the things to attain Ashtanga Yoga. What is that? His main goal is to reach the liberation or merging with the Brahman. So question is that the sloka says the Vishnu. It means the Brahman. Then how? Because in this sloka 31 it says about talking about Karunika Vishnu, then Brahmans took 2 different profiles we are discussing it. How to understand? The Bhagavad Gita 8.23 says that Yatra Kalet Anavatyam. So Vishnu Thakur says that, oh best of Brahman, oh best of Bharata lineage. He's talking, Krishna is addressing to Arjuna. I will now explain about the paths by which the yogi return or do not return. So this we have to understand. There are yogis who will return. Yogis return and not return also. How do we understand? Who is going to return? The yogis who are practicing karma yogis they will return back to the material world. But the yogis which are practicing the Ashtanga yogis, they will never come back. They will merge with the Brahman. So let us understand from the purport what Krishna Thakur is talking about. You have said in the verse 21 that anyone who attains you does not come back. But you have not mentioned about any particular path that devotee must transverse. Since the devotee is beyond the gunas, his path is also beyond the gunas. So for a devotee, it is beyond the gunas. Not a sattvic path such as the going through the sun planet. Sattvic is path. But I am asking about the path taken by the yogis, jnanis, karmis and all. I will speak about the path, kalam. So here the kala refers to not the time, but it means the path of return and not return. that they transfer when they died. So when they die, where they get transferred? So in, well, let us understand from the Baldev Vidyabhushan angle of this purport about this. The Lord said that the devotee do not return this world, and those who are averse to the Lord return only, that is referred in 8.22, 21 and all, by which the path do not do the devotee that those following karmas. So those who are doing karma kanda, they will return back to the material world. They travel so that they do not have to return or return. The kala means here the deities presidenting over kala. Since the Agni or Duma are not related to time, Agni and Duma are not related to time, the word kala is still used. So here the kala is the path. Okay. In more generic sense that it is used because the majority of the word in the sequence, including the ahara and other sequences, including the rati area, also related to the time. So that we will understand little more detail about that. Moreover, it is said to be understood that the word kala refers to the path of protected by the series of devatas, starting with fire. The fire is path of non-return, and the series of devatas starting with the smoke. Here is a fire and the smoke. The smoke means the path of return. So we are talking about, let us understand the path of returning and path of non-returning. That means karma yogis, they use the smoke, they will return back to the world, and path of non-return is Ashtanga yogis, so they fall with the fire. That is we are content. The fire is the Archi or Vaivashnav Loka. So that we understood in the previous Loka itself. We were discussing that how the Ashtanga yogi entered the first path. So here the Vishnu Chakravarti shows that the knower of the Brahman who depart the path of fire and light, the waxing fortune and the northern progress of the sun attains Brahman. So that's why given that if you see that in Mahabharata, Bhishma was want to leave his body in the Uttarayana, so that now they will not going to come back. So this is what the path of non-return, they will go and merge with Brahman. So this is what that sloka number 31 was elaborating and giving detail about that, what it is all about. So this is very important because this foundation only we can perceive that how great is the Bhakti Yoga. Let us understand from the sloka number 32 what Sukadeva Goswami is trying to tell us. Now he reached the Brahma Jyoti. Now we know that how he is done. Sukadeva Goswami explained about the Bhakti, Sahija Mukti and Yoga which is achieved by the advanced devotees. The Krama Mukti is the little inferior yogis. They use the Virata Rupa meditation, no? Those people. It's not just for entering into Brahma Jyoti, it's also recommended to go to the Vaikunta. They also have a chance to go to the Vaikunta planet and attain Salukya Mukti by practicing the Bhakti Yoga. So there are 4 times Salukya, Salubhya. So that it comes. So Salukya Mukti is merging with the Lord, one with Lord, like that. So other Sampradayas, they recommend it. Okay, other than it, you can refer that Sri Paramparas. So they recommended the Karma Mishra Bhakti only. They harbor some material desires. So they have some little material desire also, which they fulfill by Karma Mishra Bhakti and gradually attain Vaikuntha. So earlier class also we have discussed this. Who are the Krama Muktas? Krama Muktas, their goal is to get liberation and merge with Brahman, but before going there, he want to little bit understand that what are the creation, how we can enjoy it. Like upper planet system, like Swargaloka, Makarloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Satyaloka, what is there in the Loka? So they want to enjoy and give up and then proceed. This is what that it's talking about. Enjoyment. It is not that our enjoyment is not the same for this Ashtanga Yoga's enjoyment. Our enjoyment today we'll eat 5 gulab jamun, then we say enough. And after 1 week again we say yes, I want a gulab jamun tea. This is what it is. We never sees that what our enjoyment. But these Ashtanga yogis, once they enjoy that fully satisfied, they give up and never going to come back. Like for you to understand, after enjoying that Sargaloka, they seize that place and they further proceed to Magarloka, Tapaloka and all. They will not again, after going to Tapaloka again, yes, let me go and see that Ramba Urvashi and all. Not that type of characters. So they further advance to the upper planetary system. This we have to understand clearly. In our Sampradaya, what we are talking about, Karma Mishra Bhakti is not recommended. So Sukadeva Goswami, all the people know, they are not recommending this. So Rupa Goswami says that as a sadhana, what is recommended by sadhana bhakti, he says that we compassionately recommend people who want to go to Brahma Jyoti also to practice hearing, chanting, Navavida Bhakti. See how compassionate our Acharyas, Rupa Goswami says that even if you are interested to go to Brahma Jyoti, please practice this Navavida Bhakti, because this will also take you and beyond that Brahma Jyoti. If you want to go to Swarga, practice Navavida Bhakti, because people know generally, earlier also I used to take example that when the student in the class of 10th, you ask them that what is each person, what is their goal. Some will say that I want to go to police, I want to become a politician. Some will say that I want to become a doctor, engineer and go on. Some will say that I want a businessman. Some will say that I want to be coolie also. So, if you ask them why are you be a small profile job, they say that when everybody takes a higher profession, then who will do the small job? So, similarly, the Ashtanga yogis, their goal is to liberation and all. But this is as good as a low profile job. But when Bhakti Yogas, they go to the higher planetary system. So the Prema Bhakti they get from Krishna's Prema Bhakti. So this is like a student aspiring for the doctor and engineering. So this is for the easy understanding about why Rupa Goswami insisting to practice Navavida Bhakti. He said that like sometime even once I was reading that Abdul Kalam, he was encouraging, he asked his driver, what is your qualification? He said, I am 9th standard. Then he said that, why don't you appear for a SSLC exam? Then he said he also paid fees for him and he studied leisure time and he passed the exam. Then Abdul Kalam encouraged him, anyway you passed that SSLC, why don't you appear for +2 college, PUC college? Then Abdul Kalam only paid fees, everything, he gave book and all. The driver studied. He passed that PUC also. Then after that again Abdul Kalam encouraged him. Anyhow you passed SLC, you passed that means you have passion, you have talent to study further. Why don't you study that BA literacy and become a teacher? Then he also Abdul Kalam paid the fees and he also encouraged him to books and all. Then he cleared that that also. Then after that he said, anyhow you pass all the exam, why you are doing this driver job? Why don't you go and join a college and become a lecturer? Then the driver also accepted the job and now he is leading lecturer in one of the famous college. So this is what our Rupa Goswami is encouraging the bhaktas, that you take up Navavida Bhakti, so that the time will come that you will get the taste and go upper planetary system and start serving the Krishna Prema. So here that sloka, it also explained that why Sukadeva Goswami recommended a higher Navavida Bhakti is that Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10, it says that Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udarate trivena bhakti yogena yajante purusham param. Here what it says is a person who has a border intelligence, whether he be full of all material desire, without any material desire, he has a material desire or without any desire, desiring liberation, must by all means worship the supreme whole, the personality of Godhead. He said that if you worship the Lord, then automatically everything is fulfilled. Gradually we have given them pursue the in bhakti. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, I say that 19.167. Here it says, Anya Vilasha Sunyam Jnana Karmatya Anavratam Jnana Karmatya Anavratam Anukullese Krishnano Shilanam Bhakti Uttama. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he says that when the first class devotional service develop, one must be devoid of all material desires. Knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitivity actions. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So beautifully Prabhupada Chaitanya Charitamrita it's given that. So we have to give up all this philosophy and fruitivity actions, okay, and take up only devotional service. So Sukadeva Goswami described the path of Shuddha Bhakti. So then the path of Sagita Mukti, Ashtanga Yoga to attain the direct Mukti and to attain Krama Mukti. So all the things he has given the flavor of Shuddha Bhakti, he has given the direct liberation and also progressive or gradual liberation. All the things he has explained for us only. O King of Vasudeva, after being worshipped, O King, Vasudeva after being worshipped and being satisfied, described the Brahma long ago, those two eternal paths to attain Brahman. So Sukadeva Goswami clearly explained there is two paths, the direct liberation and also gradual liberation. So in that also you can reach to the Vaikuntha. Sukadeva Goswami is explaining to the Parishit Maharaj, giving confidence that Saugita Mukti and Krama Mukti described to you is nothing new. It is nothing that I am telling the first time. It's long time back itself. It is explained in the Supreme Lord Vasudeva was worshipped by Brahma. He becomes satisfied by worshipping the Brahma. He spoken to Brahma that these two eternal paths to attain Brahman, these two paths are they also given in the Vedas. So for you to recap one of the example of the previous sloka was Brahma, once he is forgotten how to create this universe. He said duty to create this universe, secondary, universes. But for him, what the guidance he gives, he has to meditate on Virata Rupa, and then he gets that knowledge how to create this universe. So it is what it tells in that is even we are also also exposed to that forgetfulness. So we don't have to feel about. So all the things, how do we get that? By using Bhakti Yoga, we can recollect. So Virata Rupa meditation, we can get back. In response to your, he is asking the Parishit Maharaj, respond to your question, what is the topmost goal and what is the mean to attain the goal? So you are asked the two questions. The topmost goal is to attain Krishna Prema. That we have to understand. This is the definition for even the message for the devotees. The means of attaining sadhana bhakti is, nevertheless, the popular means also explained. What is popular mean? This Ashtanga Yoga, very popular. That also Sukadeva Goswami explained. So Vishnu Chakra Thakur, what is telling in the sloka 32. These two are the path of Brahman. Sunday also we heard the two paths Veni Mother was explaining. So just to recollect that. That first path is the direct liberation explained in the verse 21 by practicing the Sat Chakra Yoga. So 8 chakras are there, that is one. He appears into Brahma Rantra and entered to the Brahma Jyoti. This is directed. So Brahma Rantra is on the top of your head. cerebral. Okay. The second path is that the gradual liberation, which is described in the verse 22 also. So these paths are described in the Vedas, not observed by me. So Sukadeva Goswami said that I am not interested. He doesn't follow these two paths. What is that? Direct and indirect. He is insisting on the Bhakti Yoga only. The Veda describe direct liberation. It gives us in the Kata Upanyasa 2.3.14. So many references are there. It is not that. That's what we have to understand. Where all it is given that about these two paths of liberation. Yada sarva pramachata karma ye. So here what he says that when one is free from all desires situated in the heart, I'll repeat, when one is free from all desires situated in the heart. So in our heart so many desires are. If you give up that, then one become immortal and attain the Brahman. This is Sahitamurti. So his heart is cleansed. No desires are there, then he can directly. This is direct and direct liberation. The second one is the gradual liberation is described also in the Vedas with a section starting with the Ruchir Abhyasam Bhagavati. So in that also it says that by reaching the sun planet, Archi Ardi Margam. So this is one path. We also discussed in the previous sloka that when the Ashtanga yogis first enter, he is Archi, we call that, the sun planet. The first planet of Archi is also called the Vaishvanavi Loka. So this is also there. So there they entering it. There only Pradhan is there, so they give up all their desires. The first Parishit Maharaj was previously asked what the person who is dying should do. The first question he asked is what he has to do. That the answer to that path of bhakti, Saugija Mukti and Karma Mukti is explained by the Sukadeva Goswami. So today's verse we are talking about. What is today's verse is 33 is that for those who are wandering in the material universe, there is no more auspicious means of deliverance than what is aimed at the direct devotional service of Lord Krishna. So, who is this wandering? We are the people, because we have taken 84 lakh species of birth in this. Again, we are in this world only going on taking the pious and impious activities and taking birth again and again. So, we are the wandering people. So, for us only is talking. There is no other auspicious path for those entering the samskara. So we are into samskaras. No, we take birth, we grow, we study, we marry, we produce, and then die. Again take birth. The suffering in this world is samskara. So that's why we are again suffering in this only. There is no better auspicious path than yoga bhakti, yoga bhagavat. So in this sloka I say that yato bhakti, yoga bhagavat. Here the Bhakti Yoga refers to prema. Then the path that produces prema for the Bhagavan Vasudeva. The two types of yogas are there. First type is meditation on Paramatma to attain the direct liberation. And second path is meditating on Virata Rupa and attain the liberation by gradual process. So that we have to understand. We are repeating many times so that you are very clear about it, because second canto is not that easy to, it's full of philosophy, but once you understand the philosophy, you can face any challenges of debating with the outside world when you are preaching. This is a common in Vedic parlance. Many times bhakti refers to prema continuously. Many times bhakti refers to prema contextually, not always. So sometimes they use that bhakti as a prema. So many times the prema refers to sadhana bhakti, not prema bhakti. What bhaktas, devotees practice by referring the prema bhakta is Krishna's prema. But here for the Ashtanga yogis it is sadhana bhakti. For you to easy to understand, Kapila Dev described how by association with a devotee one progress from the Nistya, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava and Prema. So he is talking about the 9 stages of bhakti. So there he say that he explained when one hears the Krishna Katha in the association of devotees, one started realizing them. Krishna Chakravarti Thakur says he reaches the stage of Nishtya. When he hears that Krishna Katha, he is entering to the stage of Nishtya. The same Katha become nectarium for his ears and heart. This practitioner should understand that the same repeated, Bhagavatam, Sundays you are hearing repeatedly Bhagavatam, Krishna Katha, so you are getting taste day by day. So that become nectarium for your ears and the heart. Gradually continue to perform service in the association of devotees. It is not only you are hearing, but you started doing service in the association of devotee. He crosses the stage of Shraddha. That is, Shraddha means here it is not the starting Shraddha, it is the stage of Asakti. So he is getting it stage. Rati, stage of Bhava, and Bhakti, stage of Prema. This is what is, as a Bhakta has to understand, because it is purely referring to our Krishna Bhakti, Krishna conscious. There are 9 stages of how we are progressing it. So, I'll repeat. Stage of Asakti is Shraddha, stage of Bhava is Rati, and stage of Prema is Bhakti. Even though the liberation through the Savitya Mukti, but Sukadeva Goswami says, my opinion, there is no other path other than the path of Prema, that is Sadhana Bhakti. Sometimes the word Prema, generic sense of affection towards the Lord. Prema means affection to the Lord. That's what we say there. The 11th canto, it talks about the Madhya Adhikari has the 4 characteristics. Ishvara Prema, that onto the Supreme Lord, he has a Prema. Here refers to Ishvara means that Lord Krishna. So Madhya Adhikari doesn't have the Prema. What he is there that what he has as a sadhana bhakti, where prema refers to the sadhana bhakti, generic disposition of attachment. So he is doing sadhana bhakti. That is what is referring it. The most auspicious among all the paths that I have described in Vedas, that path leads to prema. So it is stage by stage we are progressing is. So the conclusion of today's sloka and the takeaway from this sloka is what Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says is, now the path to attain the ultimate perfection of all is described. There are 3 paths are described very nicely. Because it produces bhakti yoga or prema, there is no other auspicious path, a path without obstacle. So that's what even everybody says. There is no obstacle for practicing bhakti. Whereas Ashtanga Yoga, you should have a pre-qualification, and if you are not, your heart is not fully cleansed, that means no material attachment, then you have to follow the Virata Rupa meditation and enjoy all the things, give up power and then enter. If your heart is clean, then you directly enter into liberation. And there you will not come back, so you cannot further progress into Prema Bhakti of Krishna, that means advancing to a higher planetary spiritual world. That means what happens? You stuck just in the Karadiksha Vishnu, you merge with there only. You are not crossing and going to the Vaikuntha planet. This is the message for devotees. When you are practicing, somebody recently in the Zoom, one of the Mataji was asking question. She said that she is practicing Ashtanga Yoga and she meditates, all the things, and she is getting headache. So there are some byproduct also available. So that's why we have to be very careful. You simply practice Bhakti Yoga, there is no obstacle for you. Just as the 2 paths just describe produce liberation, this path produces prema. Because this path produces most excellent result, prema, even the path leading to the attain the prema is far superior than liberation attained by 2 paths. So here prema is talking about Bhakti Yoga prema. So that is superior than merging with Brahman. So Bhakti Yoga cannot describe as mentioned to attain the liberation since its goal is prema. That means what? It is not the Bhakti Yoga when you practice, you will not be stopped at the point of Brahman. It goes beyond that because your goal is to serve the Krishna. One can practice Bhakti Yoga to attain liberation. Even to attain liberation, he can practice. That's what he is recommending. Because Prabhupada also recommends, Sukadeva Goswami recommends, Kapila Dev says that please practice Navanida Bhakti. So, with that, you will also pass through the liberation. Even though it is not the highest thing to promise, but one can practice Bhakti Yoga for liberation also. So this is what the takeaway from today's sloka. Thank you for joining Nityam Bhagavata Seva. I hope that you are understood clearly the sloka number 31, 32 and 33. With that background, you are now clear about how the Ashtanga Yoga getting liberated and merging with the Brahman. Hare Krishna. Bhakti Yoga is the greatest. Hare Krishna. Thank you.